We got London on the trip.
Whole club selling out of hitter doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's that made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, whole club selling out of the hitters doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about, and that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich.
The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Coming up, we've got an ultra-important divisional round matchup in the NFC, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Atlanta Falcons. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now Patterson to start the drive. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Oh, his first throw of this playoff matchup is intercepted. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, here's a diving catch right side. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 43 yards.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking this secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
Now they send a man in motion right. Kamara is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game, how about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Patterson running between the tackles. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first carry for Tyler Algier. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Let's go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 43. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Second and goal from the 1. Robinson looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. On play action, Lawrence. They'll roll him out right. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Trevor Lawrence taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, Carr. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And Carr gives himself up, but not before he picks up a first down. Throwing now is Carr. Flush to his right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Touchdown! Alvin Kamara. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints have taken the lead.
He is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and a defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But it turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll run with Patterson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Rolling to his right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Carr now on 1st down. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one goes for 36 yards. Carr. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. They're going to run with Taysom Hill, and I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They run. It's Kamara, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Able to fight through one tackle. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Here now, a 3rd down and 8. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. In motion, it's Miller. Fourth down. Here's Lawrence. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They'll get 23 yards there. And the Falcons are going to get a first. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Again, it's Lawrence. Flushed out right. What a catch by London. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now Lawrence. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Robinson not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. On 2nd down, Lawrence sliding out of the pocket. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, Because it went out of bounds, they retained possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal.
Where's 52? Kill. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence.
Eluding the pressure right. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Kyle Pitts.
As time expires in the first half.
And the Falcons get a late touchdown here on the final play of the first half.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And so many times we look at the opening drive in the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Carr going to go on 4th down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Carr. Dancing to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
He lets it go deep for Olave.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Chris Olave.
46 yards.
And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. It was a small, manageable spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. From midfield now, Lawrence. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Cameron Jordan drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence escaping the pressure right. And caught by London. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. Well, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need.
Just a crazy throw there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Here's Carr to throw. Quick throw there is incomplete.
Good work there to force the incompletion and 4th down. Normally, it'd be a quick change for the punt return unit, but this offense has converted twice on 4th down so far, so you may want to double-check things there and make sure they're actually going to kick the football.
It's taken to the 26. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards, and it will be Falcon football. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Starting the drive with Algier. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the Saints are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the 1st half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the 1st target in the 2nd half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
A right side run with Patterson. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Lawrence. He's got a man, complete. Big strides, look at him go. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. Patterson, touchdown Falcons. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
to throw his car. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Charles, there's something special about one of those big D linemen bringing it in off the tip there. Really nice coordination.
Very much so. And I think what we've seen, and I'm going to put it at about the last 5 years, maybe a little bit longer, coaches placing a bigger emphasis on ball drills, even for defensive linemen, because possession is so key. When you get a chance to take one away, you want people comfortable with the football, and it paid off there.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now Lawrence on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Davion Taylor in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Throwing now, Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Lawrence. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he is going to have the Falcons first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here comes 2nd down and 5. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Here we go. 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. Stops short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Obviously, the excitement level here is almost at fever pitch. Down 1. It's tempting to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least 1 play. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. And the Saints are going to get to this one, so that should about do it. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And the Saints season will march on as we say thanks for watching and so long. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long, everybody.